2018 Dodge Durango SRT. An SUV with 3 rows of seats should not be able to reach nearly 100 km per hour in 4.4 seconds. It should not sound like hell on wheels, or howl through the bends like a large sports sedan. Yet here we are, all 4 tires screaming around the track at Indianapolis International Speedway, home to the Indy 500, in the 2018 Dodge Durango SRT, entering turn 1 at close to 200 km per hour. Have the people at Dodge lost their minds? Who would build something like this? Actually, Dodge engineers and executives might never before have had such a melding of minds, all of them seemingly united in proving there's still a lot of love for real performance cars, that the world is indeed not rushing out to join autonomous and dev parades, that the desire, and in some cases, need, for lots of horsepower and to bore crap in a gorgeous body are still highly desirable tenets in an automobile. Hence the 475 horsepower and 470 pounds-foot of torque from the 392 cubic inch Hemi V8 in the 2018 Durango SRT. Hence its quarter-mile time of 12.9 seconds, just 3.3 seconds slower than a feral Dodge Challenger Demon, currently the fastest 1/4 mile production car on the planet. Hence the ability to tow up to 8,700 pounds in an SUV that will carry groceries just as well as it carries speed. It's the Hemi Charger of SUVs. Out here on the track, the Durango shows its weight of about 5,500 pounds, and naturally, feels a little top-heavy clipping apexes. Yet it does so as easily as a landscaper trims hedges. With the onboard electronics set to track mode, yes, really, a track mode in family hauler, but there's also street, sport, snow, tow and valet, the Durango is happy to execute its duties. Only when compared with the 707 horsepower supercharged Hellcat does it feel wanting in power. Shifts of the 8-speed automatic transmission are somewhat abrupt under full throttle and track mode, accompanied by a bark from the specially tuned dual exhaust that will frighten pedestrians. But what else would you expect when shifts occur at 160 milliseconds? Under normal driving, the transmission, controlled by paddle shifters or a new electronic T-shifter, snap through the gears without hesitation or abruptness. Equally smooth is the electronic steering, accurate and on point, if a little stingy on feedback. In track mode, about 70% of the torque is sent to the rear wheels. Even when the Durango begins to slide out at the limit, it's totally without drama, completely controllable and responsive to more throttle. Give it some gas in a slide and the AWD system will pull the truck out from any errant trajectory because it has been tuned for performance. Thanks to an independent rear suspension, even beaten roads won't register any complaints from occupants, even though the Durango SRT rides on stiffer springs front and rear. And with a Bilstein adaptive damping suspension system, the driver can choose how soft or firm of a ride by activating one of the SRT modes. All SUVs should be this manageable. Huge, 6-piston front Brembo brakes on 15-inch rotors gain a little pedal travel after a few heated laps, but do not give up bite. Dodge says the Durango will stop in a remarkable 115 feet from 98 km per hour. Traction from the optional Pirelli P0 rubber is good, 4-season Scorpion Bird tires come standard. Out on the street, the Durango is noticeably quiet and more silent than any Dodge I can recall, even with that Mad Dog exhaust, partly achieved through active noise cancellation. The exhaust certainly makes itself known all the time, but there's no drone to complain about. Married to such tremendous power and with such a good suspension, driving the Durango SRT is a genuinely rewarding experience. If I were taking a long-distance trip tomorrow, I would want this SUV. It also looks the part, fast without being overdone. Sure, the SRT hood and its air inlet and extractors are dead giveaways. This isn't any ordinary kid hauler, but the cold air duct above the LED fog light is appropriately discreet, as is the SRT front fascia and grille. At $72,495 to start, the Dodge Durango SRT can't quite compete with the interior of a Range Rover Sport or Mercedes-Benz GLS class, but it's a far cry nicer than the aged interior of a Chevy Tahoe or GMC Yukon, which tow 100 pounds less. The customizable TFT instrument panel is excellent, as is the 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen. Leather and suede sport seats are standard, as is a Beats audio system with 9 speakers, a subwoofer and a 506-watt amp. It's all very satisfying. The only problem is the whole family will be constantly yelling at you to slow down.